Welcome to my channel and welcome to the series of integration. Dear students, integration is one of the topic of calculus, and it comes under the syllabus of intermediate second year. Calculus is the second unit of mathematics 2B, and it contains 3 chapters. The first chapter is indefinite integration, second chapter is definite integration, third chapter is differential equation. The weightage of first chapter, indefinite integration, is 18 marks. From this chapter, we can expect two questions of LAQ and 2 VSAQs. And from second chapter, we can expect one LAQ, one SAQ, and 2 VSAQs. From third chapter, that is the last chapter of calculus, as well as this is the last chapter of mathematics 2B. From differential equation, we can expect one LAQ, one SAQ, and one VSAQ, and the total marks are 13. So we are going to start the first chapter of calculus in this series, that is indefinite integration. Before going to give the introduction about this chapter, I would like to tell you that today we are going to cover these 3 topics. The first topic is basics of integration. Second topic is methods of integration, and the third topic is formulas of integration. So let us start the basics of integration. Now these are some basics of integration. Before going to understand the concept of integration, we have to understand the concept of differentiation. As you know very well that differentiation is one of the chapter of maths 1B, that is the first chapter of calculus. This chapter is very much important to understand the concept of integration. If you don't know the concepts of differentiation, then you cannot understand the concepts of integration, because they are very related to each other. Differentiation and integration both are reverse processes of each other. Once you are getting the concepts of differentiation, then it will become very easy to understand the concepts of integration. In order to understand the concepts of integration, we have to understand the concepts of differentiation. Let me tell you what is the definition of integration. What is actually integration is. Integration is a reverse process of differentiation, or we can say that integration is a process of finding original function from its derivative. Integration sometimes called as antiderivative. Okay, so you already have got the idea about integration, that it is a reverse process of differentiation. Means what we do in the integration, we takes the derivative of a function and we find a original function. We can understand this concept easily by using one example. Differentiation, if you are finding of any function like f of x is equal to sine x, is a function. If he is asking about to find the derivative of this function, then what you will do, you will write d by dx of sine x, and the answer of d by dx of sine x equal to cos x. Okay, and this is called derivative. You have to keep one thing in your mind, that there is a lot of more difference between differentiation and derivative. Differentiation, nothing but it is a process, and derivative, nothing but it is a result. Whatever process we will follow to find the derivative, that process is called the differentiation, and whatever result we are getting, that result is called as the derivative. So in order to find the integration, you have to find the derivative, because derivative will help you to get the original function. So this is the derivative. By using this derivative, we will find out our original function, that is sine x. So let us start the process of integration. Integration cos x dx. Based on the formulas of integration, the answer of integration cos x dx will be is equal to sin x plus c. Whereas you can see here sin x is the function which represents the original function. Okay, and this function we are getting by using the derivative. We have to know each and everything about this step, that what is the meaning of this symbol and what is the meaning of cos x and dx, sin x and c. This is the symbol of integration. This cos x is called as integrand, and sin x is called as antiderivative, dx is called as differentiation, whereas c is called as integration constant. Okay, you will get one doubt that why we are writing c here. Later I will tell you why I am writing c here and why we have to write c always when we are integrating the function. Okay, let us take one more example to understand it in a better manner. Let us take the second example. F of x is equal to cos 3x. If he is asking you to find the derivative of cos 3x, then what you will do? You will take cos 3x as a function f of x. You will write d by dx cos 3x. The formula of cos x is minus sin x, but here cos 3x is there, so you have to write minus sin 3x and inner function derivative 3 into 3 we are writing. Now it is equal to minus 3 sin 3x. This is the derivative of the function. Okay, this is the derivative of the function. So this derivative will help us to get the original function, that is cos 3x. Okay, let us take this derivative to find the original function cos 3x. What we have to write? We have to write the derivative. What is derivative? Minus 3 sin 3x. So if any number is in multiplication with the function f of x, then you can write this number outside the integration, that is minus 3 integral symbol sin 3x dx. According to the formula of integration sin x, result is minus cos 3x. Here I will write the formula of integration sin x dx equal to minus cos x plus c. This is the formula, one of the formula of integration. So based on this formula, what I am writing here, sin 3x is equal to minus cos 3x. You have to write the inner function derivative of this sin 3x. The inner function derivative, where you have to write? You have to write in the denominator. In the differentiation, where we are writing? We are writing in multiplication. In integration, you have to write the derivative in the division, because they are reverse processes. That's why we are writing in the division. Here multiplication, here division. This minus 3 already we are having in the derivative, so minus 3 is as it is, and this is the 3 which is coming by using the IFD concept. So 3 and 3 gets cancelled, minus into minus plus, that is cos 3x plus c. Okay, so cos 3x is the original function. Okay, so again we are writing plus c here. You will get one doubt in your mind, sir, if f of x is equal to sin 2x plus phi is given, then we will get the same answer or we will get the different answer. Let us check this answer. If f of x is equal to sin 2x plus phi is given, then we have to find the derivative of this function, d by dx sin 2x plus phi. You will differentiate the first function, that is sin 2x, and you will differentiate the second one, that is phi. The differentiation of sin x, according to the formula, sin x derivative is cos 2x and the derivative, inner function derivative 2, we are writing in multiplication, because sin 2x inner function derivative is 2. The derivative of any constant number is always equal to 0. So 2 cos 2x. So this is the result. Now this result is called as derivative. This result is called as derivative. We will use this derivative to find original function. Here we are taking the derivative and we are getting the same function. Here we are taking the derivative and we are getting the same function. Let us check whether we will get the same function or not by taking this derivative. So integration 2 cos 2x is equal to, we will write 2 outside the integration, integral cos 2x dx. The integration of cos 2x is sin 2x by 2. IFD, inner function derivative, I am writing in the denominator. So already we are having 2 here and 2 is in the denominator. This 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. We will write plus c. If you will observe here, we are not getting any value which will give you the exact function as we are having the original one, sin 2x plus c. In order to balance the equation in the form of original function, that's why we have to write always c after integrating the function. Okay, so this is the reason why I am writing c, because here if you will see here, cos 3x is there now. So cos 3x can be written as cos 3x plus 0. C is also a number, c is also 0 is also a number, 0 is also a constant, the derivative of 0 is also equal to 0. So we don't know in the derivative function whether we are having the constant number or not in the original function. That's why we are writing c here. So this is the process of finding the integration.